In part 1 of this video, I imported the trial balance into the cloud accounting software called Quickfile and was left with a question. It was about the debtors control account as well as the creditors control account. The debtors control account represents receivables, and the balance from the trial balance at the 31st of December 2018 showed that there were receivables of £10,100, and it also showed that there were payables of £14,500. Now the question is, how do we know who owes that £10,100 and who do we owe that £14,500 to? So the answer to this is that I'm going to start with the debtors or receivables, and I'm going to import some customers, and then I'm going to import some invoices to match that £10,100. So this is the dashboard of the test sole trader account, and what you can see is that just here, February, March and April 2019, there are no sales. Well, our trial balance went in for the 31st of December, so let's click backwards. There are no sales showing. Now we need to change that because our receivables have £10,100 that we want to know who needs to pay those invoices. So if you go to sales and then view clients, what we'll see is that there are no clients found. Well, I'm going to import some clients first, and then I'm going to import some invoices to match that £10,100. So I made a very simple sheet and I put company name, account number, first name, surname, email, telephone, address line 1, town, city and postcodes, and I made up all of the information there. And what I'm going to do, this is a Google spreadsheet, and I'm going to export it as a CSV and upload it into Quickfile. So from the Quickfile dashboard, the place to go is account settings, down to import data and across to import clients, which will give you the client import tool, and then you go and you choose your file. So I've chosen the file and now I'm going to click on upload. So this is the client input tool after I've uploaded the CSV, and it says below is an extract of your CSV file. Please indicate where each field should be mapped to, and please only map those fields in your CSV that contain data. So there's a mandatory field, and which is the company name. So I've got the company name there, and I'm just going to fill out the rest. So I have completed the mapping exercise. Because I used an account number, a customer account number, it popped up and said, as you have selected the account reference column, we will link your invoices to a client by using the account reference rather than using the company name. If no account reference is supplied, we will instead use the client name to match things up. So that's fine. I did hit a snag here. I've got town as any town, and city I can't choose. I can only choose, it doesn't allow me to separate out town or city, but I'm hoping that doesn't matter. So I'm going to click on save and see what occurs. Five clients have been successfully imported. I thought there were only 4 clients, but I'll take a look at that. So I went back to the dashboard and I clicked on sales, view clients, and here we've got 5 clients. Now this one isn't supposed to be there, so there's a small snag there, but it's quite simple. I'll just delete it. Deleting clients will remove all current unpaid invoices. Historic invoices will be preserved and the client account may be restored at a later date. But I'm going to confirm the deletion anyway. So now I am where I want to be with 4 customers. Next thing to do is to import some invoices to these customers. So I created a sheet and these are for invoices. So I've put the client name, the account reference. Now Quickfile says that it will match the invoices if there is an account number for a customer, rather by using the account reference rather than the customer name. So I made these invoice numbers up. The description, it's just widgets which have been sold. Now the date of the invoices are in December 2018, before 31st of December 2018, because they represent the balance of receivables of the £10,100 receivables that was still outstanding on the 31st of December 18. And I've just made up the total gross amount here, and these come to £10,100. I'm not doing anything with VAT at the moment. I just want to do this very simply right now. So now I'm going to import some sales invoices. So I go to account settings, import data, and import sales invoices. Now I'm going to choose the file. So I've chosen the file, and now I'm going to click on the upload button. I'm going to do the mapping exercise, and there's a useful little tick box here. Mark all unpaid invoices as sent. Well, I'm putting all of those invoices as unpaid. There seems to be plenty of fields to use for importing invoices. This one is the invoice number. So I have mapped all of the columns, and so I'm now going to click on the Save button. And so we've got 4 invoices have been successfully imported into your Quickfile account, and it says click here to view your newly imported invoices. So let's take a look. And everything looks good so far. So now that we've imported the invoices, you can see from the client management page that the balance per customer is correct. And if you take a look at the sales, you can see that the invoice number is there for the correct customer for the correct amount. This matches with the spreadsheet that we uploaded showing the customers and the amount owed. However, we've got a small problem, a little bit of adjustment to do, because now the debtors control account is twice as large as it should be. We had an opening balance for receivables or debtors of 10,100, but we didn't know which invoices and which customers the invoices related to. Now that we've told the program or imported the invoices, it's actually doubled up. So we need to do a journal. But look at the details. So that was the opening balance on the 31st of December that we put in as a debtors control account, and since then we've input the invoices that related to that £10,100. So now you can see that the balance is twice as big as it should be. It's double the size. Equally, the sales is higher than it should be. When we imported the trial balance, the sales figures were £83,000. It's now £10,100 higher than it should be, because these invoices have been added to the opening balance for general sales. So we need to remove £10,100 from this. So to correct the general sales balance and the receivables or debtors control account balance, I'm going to put in a journal. So from the chart of accounts, I go to new journal, so I have filled out the journal. I dated it the 31st of December 18. I've named it correction of opening balances. The codes are general sales, which needs to be reduced, so I'm reducing it, I'm debiting it by £10,100. This is the description I just used, the other account, the other double entry account. And for the receivables, the receivables account, that also needs to be reduced. So to reduce the receivables, it's credit, and the other side of the double entry is the general sales. And I'm going to save the journal now. The journal entry is saved, and I shall go back to the chart of accounts to see if the balances are now correct. And this is the chart of accounts, and if you look at the sales, it's now at the correct balance of 83,000, and if you look at receivables, the debtors control account, it's the correct balance of £10,100, which is what we wanted. And just to make sure that those invoices that we've put in, which represented the opening balance of £10,100, look at the dashboard. The dashboard there says money owed to you £10,100, and if you go back, you can see that these invoices relate to December. Another thing you can do is go to sales and outstanding invoices, and here they are, overdue. Obviously they're overdue because this is a test account, and I put them in as December and unpaid, but you can see that the invoices are now not paid, and when they are paid, the balance on the receivables control account will reduce by the value of the payments of these invoices. So this is how to migrate to Quickfile and put in the debtors or the receivables and the invoices that are owed. So for the next video, I'm going to be doing payables. Now payables may be a little bit different because payables can include purchases as well as expenses. Thanks for watching.